Mic check 1 2. Mic check 1 2. Peace and blessings, everybody. Good morning. It's Monday, Veterans Day, and first and foremost, want to say Happy Veterans Day to all the veterans out there. We the people appreciate your service, so salute to all the veterans out there, regardless of whatever you were in the Navy, the Army, whatever service that you enlisted into. We appreciate you. Got an off day today, so I'm not at work, just kind of chilling out and catching up on a lot of the news and things of that nature. And it's crazy, man. Just seeing the aftermath of this election and how the people are reacting. It's not even about the two candidates anymore. The decision has been made. The American people have spoken. The majority um, has chosen who they want to move forward with. We already know that. But I'm telling you, when I say that people are losing their mind out here, we're seeing it day in and day out. Now, I do have to say that I blame mainstream media and the propaganda machine for how people are overreacting to this election, because they ran with these narratives that this man was the second coming of Adolf Hitler, and people really believe that. And the same people, the D.L. Hugleys, the Plies, the what's that dude, Ricky Smileys, all these people that were out here, these celebrities that were painting this narrative, now that the election is over and it didn't go in their direction, where are you at? I see Charlemagne the God, he trying to, throw little tad bits here and there to ease the people, like, well, maybe it wasn't that bad. Charlemagne, you knew from day one, you were just getting a check like the rest of them. Just come on out, man, and just say it. Like, look, you ain't got to say that part, I'm saying, but just say, like, y'all, it is not what y'all think it is. This was an election, and that was part of their talking points. And, you got women out here shaving their head and talking about they not gonna get a man no more box for the next 4 years. Just insanity. Charlemagne, just tell them, like, man, y'all, it ain't gonna be what y'all think. If anything, the country is gonna be put in a better position for everybody to thrive in. This is the time to go ahead and open up that LLC that you were thinking about. This is the time to run up a bag. This is the time to focus on putting yourself in a better position economically, financially, and instead of worrying about um, situations that are beyond your control. It's over. The election is over, man. And I think that is very irresponsible for these people that been out here spewing this propaganda to not come out. And you're seeing all these people crashing out, doing embarrassing themselves on social media. Come out here and speak to the people and let them know. CNN, you know what I'm saying? All these different media platforms that have been having people so petrified behind Project 2025 and all of this nonsense, man. It's just insane. You know what we're seeing? People talking about they about to get up and lead this country because this man won the presidency. People about to get their passports and they don't even know where they going. Where you going? What country you gonna go to? You know? And I would argue to say, man, we actually, the majority actually saved not only us but you from somebody that was going to totally obliterate this economy. The immigration crises was going to be all out of whack because they was going to continue to let people just come over here and soak up all our resources, and then when they get ready, just go back home. I mean, think about that. Not to pick out any particular uh, illegal immigrant that came here within the last 4 years, but let's just say Venezuela. Do you think we as American citizens can go to Venezuela illegally, undocumented, and just force our way into their nation just because we don't like it here, and they gonna give us all the resources that they have to make us feel comfortable? You liable to get uh, locked up, if not murdered, coming over other people's countries unattended. It's like you going to somebody's house without, being invited. You can't just go across the border and get a war. That's insane. Just to think that people think that that's okay. There's a proper process because we don't know what you bring into our country. We don't know what you bring into our house if you come into it without knocking first. You just pick the lock and come on in there. You broke the law because you didn't go through the proper process. I don't know what in the world is so hard to understand that. Maybe that's the analogy people need to have to understand. You don't just let anybody in your house, so why would you let anybody in your country unvetted? End of discussion. And I'm gonna continue to drive that home because I don't think people understand it. I see thousands of people in New York City marching down the street in a parade, for illegal immigrants. It's like, huh? Do you think this will be going anywhere in the world? Try going to, what's on our borders here in North America? You got Canada up top and you got Mexico down south. Try going over there unvetted. You think Canada ain't going, you first of all, you're going to have to pay a grip to get in Canada. I know that from driving trucks when I was cross country. You're going to have to pay a grip to get over there. I think just to cross the border, going into Canada is maybe about $30 toll. And that was 10 years ago when I went, maybe double now. So just imagine going there. I ain't never been to Mexico, but I imagine it's the same. So, and if you go over there illegally, if you try to get into that, if I was driving a truck and tried to go into Canada, try to sneak through a back road, what you think would have happened? That's a whole nother country. You can't just go over there trying to sneak in there illegally and think that now I'm over here. Now they gonna give me they gonna give me a dang on credit card. They gonna give me some food stamps. They gonna give me a 5-star hotel to stay in. Oh, you came over here illegally. Yeah, you broke the law, huh? You see how ridiculous that sounds? So why would it be any different for anybody else going into another country illegally? Now, if I go through the proper process, that's different. Totally different. So people got to be realistic about this. Now, another thing, yesterday I did a video about Kamala Harris's campaign that she ran. And one thing that I forgot to mention, a couple things, but one thing that I forgot to mention that people need to think about, not just on an economy level, but on a leadership level. You know, during that whole campaign, now she raised $1 billion plus in endorsements. We seen a natural disaster occur in the Carolinas with a hurricane, where people were homes and everything was decimated, and people, you know, lost everything. You know, lost their homes, lost their memorabilia, everything. Just imagine a hurricane come and just take your house and now it's floating down the street. We saw that in real time. FEMA, that we pay our tax dollars into, allegedly did not have the funding to help these people recover. That's what FEMA is there for. That's part of the reason we pay taxes as taxpaying citizens. So when natural disasters occur, FEMA could come in and fix and help people recover from it. But they didn't have it. And actually, they told people, well, go ahead and apply for $750 per household. If you can qualify. Huh? So, but now in hindsight, right? We looking at it. This lady had $1 billion plus. She gave $1 million to Oprah Winfrey for an interview. So she had money, $1 billion that she had access to. Why she didn't give some of that money as the vice president, as the seating vice president, to help those American citizens that lost everything? Wouldn't that have been a good campaign move if it didn't even come from a genuine place? Couldn't her campaign team or her say, you know what? Let's donate. We got $1 billion we done raised for our campaign. Let's donate a few million to help these people out. But she didn't do that. Trump didn't raise nowhere near $1 billion in his campaign. But you know what Trump did? Leadership is what I'm illustrating right here. Trump reached in his own pocket and donated $25 million of his own money. Leadership. Why would you choose to vote for that just because they black? That's ignorance, bro. And I'm at the point now where, you know, it's obvious. But in addition to that, now we have a FEMA worker that came out and said, now notice where Hurricane Helene hit was all Republican for the most part, was majority Republican territory in those mountains in North Carolina. Asheville, North Carolina is one of the main towns that got hit the worst. And the FEMA worker said just recently that they were instructed to bypass houses that had Trump signs in front of them. Mind you, the Democrats is in office, and they got instructions to bypass houses that had Trump signs in front of them. Now, this is the narrative they paint about Trump. This is the type of things they say about him. So what makes them any different? And what validates, somebody could say, oh, well, that's not true. But what validates that is that they fired that lady. If she was lying, I don't think they would have fired her. That's just my perspective. And if you look at it, they did bypass them houses if you look at the footage. So, like I said, I think we saved a bullet, man, by the people speaking in this election. Now, once again, The mainstream media, they not telling us that. The mainstream media is focusing in on blaming specific demographics of people why they lost. The Democrats lost the election. Why the country, the 85% of the country flipped red. It ain't about Democrat or Republican. It's about relating to the average day person. Because see, if the Republicans, if they drop the ball next time, guess what's going to happen? The people with common sense is going to go in the other direction, or they just going to sit at home. You got to resonate with the people for the people to support you. And I'm just really disappointed that these people are watching these meltdowns on social media and not coming out with any type of empathy or sympathy. Your followers are out here, having complete meltdowns. They're talking about they're scared that we're about to be back in slavery and all this crazy stuff due to the rhetoric that you fed them day in and day out about this man. And you won't even come out for the sake of the mental state of your followers. You won't even come out and address it and soothe any type of ill feelings that they have psychologically, because you are responsible for their undue stress right now. These people are stressed out. They not gonna listen to us. They gonna listen to y'all. I would implore Kamala Harris herself and her campaign to come out and say, look, people, y'all don't have to crash out. You got people out here fighting and arguing with their family members about this. This how deep this is. Ain't no way in hell. I got family. Listen, me and my son was talking about this. He disagrees. Me and my mom was talking about this. She disagrees. My sister and I mean, it's okay to agree to disagree. You think I'm gonna fall out with my family over an election? Are you stupid? And that's where it's going. And somebody got to come out here with some common sense and actually speak to the people that's on that side. Do y'all even have it in you to do it? Do you even care? When this lady lost the election, now she may have been hurt. You know what I'm saying? But she didn't even come out to speak to her people at Howard University. They came there and they sitting there looking sad that she lost. And she didn't have the common decency to come out and speak to them like, look, even with tears in her eyes, that was been a moment that she could have really resonated with everybody like, man, she's a human being, man. She really cares. If she'd have came out there and said a few words like, look, y'all, I'm so crushed right now that we lost, but don't worry about it. That's true leadership. Even in defeat, we may have lost the battle, but we did not lose the war. Anything to soothe your followers, your supporters, the people that donated to you, the everyday citizens that spent their hard-earned money that believed in you. You didn't come out to address that? Maybe you didn't have it in you to do that. Maybe you just didn't have it in you. Then maybe you shouldn't be in that position if you ain't have it in you. But like I said, the mainstream media is directly responsible for these people out here crashing out due to propaganda, due to mind manipulation, due to false news and false narratives that have been perpetuated about this man. They are indirectly responsible for people trying to take this man's life, painting him as some modern day Adolf Hitler, when that couldn't be farthest from the truth. The man is trying to do his best to save this nation. This would be a time that the Democratic Party and the leftists should come together and say enough of this division. But no, they want to blame black men. They want to blame white women. They want to blame Hispanic people. How about turn around all that blame, all them pointing fingers? When you point one, you got three pointing back at you. That's a mindset that I would never adapt. Victimhood mindset. And I explained that to my son yesterday. I will never adopt a mindset of victimhood, especially as a man. But whenever you point the finger at everybody but yourself, that's exactly what you're doing. The campaign could have been stronger. The policies could have been stronger. You could have done a lot more as a political party to understand instead of lecture people. There's a lot of room for growth with y'all. I'm just saying. I'm an independent. But to sit here and watch people just crash out and don't even say nothing, but continue to perpetuate more division by singling out isolated demographics of people to target and say that it's their fault that you lost, shame on y'all, man. Shame on y'all. But hey, I'm just one person with an opinion. You know, but yeah, man, I'm gonna get up out of here, man. Voices for the voiceless. It's your boy Jay Taylor. We love y'all. We appreciate y'all. Make sure you like, share, subscribe, comment. You know, let's spread this word, man. Let's spread more unity than division, y'all. But yeah, man, y'all enjoy the rest of your day. Veterans, we salute y'all. We appreciate y'all. And till next time, we out.